Try to mix it up. Look who's just woke up. Brown news with the puppy. We've got a full house today. I'm watching my little nephew. He's like 6 months old, babysitting. Plus the doggo. Hey, we got a full house, baby. All right, y'all, starting things off with some really good news here at the very top of the episode today. Looking at Chosen's Twitter page, he ended up breaking the news. Also, it was shared with dev team members to the other creators. I just wanted to showcase that on Chosen because Chosen's the GOAT. And it's in a nice format, you know? We love that. If you guys don't follow Chosen, make sure to do so. We love Chosen out here. But 1 hour ago, big news, Justin, the maintenance to fix some critical bugs, like visual bugs in 3v3s, will come next week, along with some balance changes. What balance changes do you expect to see? I shuffle off the same question to you guys as well. What type of changes would you like to see? Balance changes are always so exciting just because of what they can do for the game. You know, the feeling of the game is very important. And to be honest, if I were to put my 2 cents in here, I hope Ems gets a freaking nerf, okay? I'm sick of this Ems meta. Now, of course, it is the beginning of this week, so we have to wait a little bit longer. The only reason we're getting updated right now is because the BrawlStar's dev team just came back from their vacation. So people are now just getting in office so they can now get to work on rolling out these important things. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I sure as heck am. Like I said before, balance changes can feel like its own update, you know? It changes BrawlStar so much. So we'll see how it looks. Welcome back to the newest segment on the channel, Picture Breakdown. We memeing out here, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like with the buildup of this 100th brawler, every single freaking photo that comes out nowadays, I'm like, where's the Easter egg? What am I looking at here? What's the significance of this here? To be honest, this one doesn't have a whole lot. It did spark a little bit of conversation inside the community for other reasons aside from the 100th brawler. The only thing that I do want to mention about this photo that's kind of like stirring me in a weird way is there's a lot of Star Park imagery in like really strange designs, right? We have like this face here. This one in the background looks like freaking crazy, almost like they're like worshiping this Star Park symbol, you know? It's got this like very weird appeal to it, or this vibe. And not only that, yeah, they're in a casino, so it makes sense to have cameras all over the place, but there's a ton of surveillance going on here, which if theories turn out right with this 100th brawler on the horizon, he should be in the Larry, Lori, and RT trio. So they're all about surveillance, all about security, guarding, and keeping watch over the people inside of Star Park. But aside from that, I don't think this one was too much of a Easter egg spoiler, just some fun, noteworthy things I thought I'd point out for all of you guys. But what did get a lot of conversation in this photo is like all of the crazy unreleased skins in this photo. We got Spike back there, Steampunk Spike, one of the cooler environments I feel like, or skin themes that we've had in a while now, right? The Gale as well as Stu skin. The Kaze skin is so freaking good, really expensive though. But look at this freaking Kenji skin. It's so good. Oh my gosh, put this in the game. That's awesome. We got a Mr. P skin back there, I think, right? Yep, Mr. P at the bar. We have Charlie kind of dressed up in the same getup as the Lunar, I think it's Lunar Piper skin, right? Or no, is that a ranked skin? Something like that. But they look very similar. A lot of people calling for where the frick is that skin, you know? Hey, I wouldn't complain. But yeah, thought we'd talk about the image a little bit here. Hopefully you get some more news about that 100th brawler sometime in the future. I'll keep you guys in the loop if we do. Moving along, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you know this or catch the vibe from this channel, but I don't typically love to like dwell on negative stuff. Even if like the state of Brawl Stars is in like complete disarray, I obviously will talk about it and like give my critiques and my stamp on like the issues inside the community. But just me as a person, I don't love to focus on negative stuff. I don't like to live in negativity, you know what I'm saying? But you guys can always trust that here on the channel, if there is interesting conversations in this ballpark, might be a little bit on the negative side of things, I will address it and I will talk about it. Or if there are serious problems, I will talk about it. I find it important. But with that freaking huge interlude, we have a conversation that I feel like popped off a little bit here inside the community ever since this tweet rolled out from Ash. I saw a lot of conversation over on the subreddit as well as over here on Twitter, and I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about it as well. We have Ash saying, I want to take a moment to say that a lot of the problems we are facing today in the Brawl Stars economy is very likely due to the 1000 Masteries event. If you guys don't remember it, Before Masteries was killed off, the Brawl Stars dev team made it insanely easy to get mastery points on your brawlers, thus giving a crap ton of resources away during that event, right? If you really grinded it out, you could get a lot of progression. He then goes on and saying this event was hurting the economy so bad that Supercell tried to forcefully end the event. If you guys don't remember that, they indeed did. It was like 2 days before the event was supposed to be concluded, but then they of course reverted the decision on that and finished up the event as planned or scheduled. But then Ash goes on and saying it's probably a big reason we don't get community events with huge rewards anymore, and why Buffies are eventually introduced with very expensive costs, and probably why records have such mediocre rewards compared to masteries. What do you guys think? I think it's a pretty interesting take, and I guess kind of makes sense. It's hard to envision Brawl Stars' economy as like an economy, you know what I mean? If things are given away too much, it can affect the longevity of the game, I suppose, or like the actual balance of the game. I don't know if that's 100% the case or anything like that, but it does bring up a useful opportunity for like a talking point when it comes to masteries and whatnot, and significant changes that have come around here within recent updates. I'll say this, and I don't know if I've even said it in a video, but I think one of the worst changes in a while for Brawl Stars was the masteries. It was, you know, I can stomach a lot of changes when it comes to Brawl Stars, but I think that one hurt me the most. I've always really loved masteries. It was one of my favorite implementations in the game, and the fact that it did so well, like for YouTube videos and stuff like that, I felt like was such a big hit. You can't tell me, even if the numbers show that masteries compared to records was like even or like kind of equal in terms of like how people interact with it, how often they actually go for these resources and whatnot, I still think it was like largely in a big way, even if they are somewhat even, because the biggest talking point before was masteries didn't get a lot of traction inside of the community. It was still far in a big way better for the game itself, just in terms of like retention and how much fun people had inside the community outside of the Brawl Stars platform, so like on YouTube, Twitter, posts and stuff like that. To me, I feel like Masteries was like a really solid end game system in the game. You know, for players who have all their brawlers at 1,000 trophies, they can still focus on mastery. You know, there are like tangible goals still in the game, where I feel like records don't really offer that as much. Where masteries did. I don't know, this just turned into a long rant about masteries. But let me know what you guys are thinking about Ash's post here. Well, I don't know, it kind of makes sense. But then to wrap up this episode here today, I wanted to talk about this. I don't typically go on Reddit a crap ton, but every now and again I'll go on it and just scroll around and see what people are talking about. And this one popped up, and it really caught me off guard because I've never seen anything like it whatsoever. And the verbiage is honestly really scary, if you'd ask me. We have this guy in his inbox getting a message from Brawl Star support saying a donation of 483 gems. So he got 483 gems uploaded to his account for free. Recently, you and Supercell entered into a settlement agreement to resolve a legal dispute. What? In accordance with that settlement agreement, we are depositing these gems into your account. Should you have any questions regarding this deposit or any other aspects of this settlement agreement, we encourage you to contact your attorneys in this matter. What the frick? Dude, that's scary. I wonder what happened. One of the strangest ways to get like 500 gems for free. Could you imagine like going to freaking, or like, this is like a settlement, right? So that means that someone threatened legal action or actually took steps in like legal action towards Brawl Stars or Supercell. But it looks like it was for a settlement of only 500 gems, getting attorneys involved and stuff like that for 500 gems. Oh my gosh. I wonder what it would be for. I read a few comments of the post here. It's super interesting. Oh, we have him elaborating here. It was a settlement regarding the use of in-game currency for gacha rewards. Apparently, I receive a refund for the money I spent on gems too. Curious to see if anyone else received compensation and what their payouts are. Oh, wow. Thank you for submitting your Brawl Stars settlement agreement. Please see attached copy for your records. What the frick is happening? Very strange. Apparently, this is a law firm in Florida. Is there a new law in Florida or something? Ask also why you pay your taxes. Dang, super interesting. Okay, I'm definitely going to look a little bit more into this. Super strange message. But hey, he walked away for 500 gems. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A little episode of Brawl News here today. Hope you guys are having a great start of the week here today. Kick butt today. And I love you guys. Take it easy. We'll see you in the next one. Adios. Take care.